What if I told you that sometimes a lie isn't just acceptable, but perhaps even the right thing to do? For most of us, since childhood, we've been taught a simple rule: lying is bad. It breaks trust, it's dishonest, and it's generally seen as a moral failing. This belief is deeply ingrained in our societies, forming the very foundation of how we interact and build relationships. But peel back that simple rule, and you'll find a swirling, messy, and surprisingly complex debate among thinkers for centuries. Today, we're diving into that uncomfortable gray area. Is lying always unethical? Or are there times when the truth might actually do more harm than good? Let's start with the traditional view, the one most of us grew up with. From religious texts like the Ten Commandments to childhood fables about Pinocchio, the message is clear: honesty is the best policy. Philosophers like Immanuel Kant took this to an extreme, arguing that lying is always wrong, no exceptions. For Kant, lying treats another person as a mere tool to achieve your own ends, undermining their rationality and violating a universal moral duty. If everyone lied, he argued, trust would collapse and communication would become meaningless. Imagine a world where every word spoken was suspect. Society simply couldn't function. This perspective focuses on the act itself. The act of deception is inherently flawed, regardless of the outcome. It's about upholding fundamental principles, a moral absolute. However, life isn't always so neat and tidy. What about the white lie? We've all told them, "Oh, that dinner was delicious," when it was just okay. Or, "That new haircut looks great," even if it's questionable. These seemingly harmless deceptions are often told to spare someone's feelings, to avoid awkwardness, or to maintain social harmony. Is saving a friend's feelings with a tiny untruth really unethical? Many would argue no, that the small lie prevented a larger hurt. This brings us into the realm of consequentialism, particularly utilitarianism. This school of thought suggests that the morality of an action is judged by its outcome. If a lie leads to a greater good, more happiness, less suffering, then it might actually be the ethical choice. Consider a more extreme example. Imagine a situation from World War II. You are hiding Jewish families in your home, and Nazi soldiers knock on your door asking if you are harboring anyone. According to Kant, you should tell the truth, as lying is always wrong. But the consequences of that truth would be devastating. A utilitarian perspective, on the other hand, would overwhelmingly argue that lying in this situation is not just permissible, but morally required to save innocent lives. Here, the act of lying is clearly outweighed by the massive positive outcome it produces. Another example: a doctor telling a terminally ill patient that their test results were inconclusive, just to give them peace and comfort in their final days, rather than delivering a harsh truth that would cause immense distress. Is that doctor unethical? Many would say no, they are acting with compassion. So, where does this leave us? Is there a definitive answer? The truth, ironically, is that there isn't one simple answer. The debate highlights the tension between moral absolutes and the messy realities of life. Lying undeniably erodes trust, and a world built on consistent deception would be a nightmare. Yet, a world devoid of any compassionate untruths, where hard truths are always blurted out regardless of the pain they cause, seems equally cold and unfeeling. The ethical dilemma often boils down to weighing principles against consequences, considering not just the act of lying, but the intention behind it, the context in which it occurs, and the impact it has on all involved. The next time you're faced with a difficult choice between truth and a convenient untruth, remember that the answer might not be as simple as you think. If you want to dive deeper into ethical dilemmas, click on the video popping up right now.